Hi everyone, this is Munira author of Choosing Hope, One Woman, Three Cancers. And today I'd like to read an excerpt from the book. The setting is the Toronto General Hospital in the emergency ward when I'm first told that I have cancer. How long do I have to live? The words were barely audible behind my tears. That's variable, said Dr. Wu. For someone who has lived a healthy, vibrant, exciting life, never been to hospital except to give birth, rarely even taken a Tylenol, this was unbearable. Naguib and I sat shell-shocked on the hospital bed. How do you deal with such a fateful diagnosis, a death sentence, pronounced with such equanimity, when you have so much to offer to the world, so much more to experience and see, so much love to give, so many plans made as a family, as a couple? I thought of my husband, my mom, my son and daughter. How can you bear to listen to your love and partner of more than 30 years cry in his sleep? How do you deal with your son telling you that he is afraid you are going to die? How do you prepare to share this news with your daughter, who is halfway around the world? How do you tell your 82-year-old mom that you have advanced cancer and help her make sense of this news when you are doing the same? All I could think about in the moment was that I was going to die. My mind raced with an unending stream of questions. Whom should I call and tell about my cancer? Who would preside over my funeral? What arrangements could I make to lessen the stress on my family? Was my will in order? Was I up on my burial insurance? And then the irrational thoughts. Had I been a good daughter, partner, and mother? Should I leave letters for my children begging their forgiveness? A letter for my husband for all the arguments we had? My emotions were all over the place. I believed that I had 6 months to live and there was a lot to do. After the shock wore off a little, I got into planning mode. One of the first things I did while still in hospital was to call a contractor and ask him to install hardwood floors at the entrance, in the kitchen, and in the family room of our home. As irrational as this seems, I figured that when I died, grieving guests would gather in the house and it should be presentable. Looking back, I think I was trying to take some control over my life because there was so much I had lost control of. When I returned home from the hospital, I continued to live at a frantic pace because I thought I was on borrowed time. I ordered and installed new curtains for the living room. Naguib and I went out on dates and treasured every minute. Friends and family started dropping by in the evenings and weekends with carrot cakes and flowers. Most of these get-togethers ended with beautiful recitations of prayers. I continued to work every day except when I had to go for tests at the hospital. Cancer is probably one of the most dreaded words in the English language, a monster that cannot be named. We find it difficult to talk about, we have trouble hearing about it, and we are terrified by the thought of it. While I was grappling with myeloma, worse news was waiting in the wings. It feels really difficult to recount those moments. And even though it was a few years ago, I think that there are certain memories that just get etched in your mind forever. And so I'm feeling a little bit emotional right now. Whew. Thank you for being part of this book reading with me. Thank you for taking time out of your precious day to do this with me. In the coming weeks, I hope we will do more of these interactive videos so that we can connect. Let me know what you think of the book. Ask questions. Share what brings you hope. And let's try and create a community around choosing hope, particularly in these difficult times. And if you haven't already, buy the book. From my home to yours, happy, joyful reading, and I look forward to connecting with you real soon. Thank you. Mwah.